Well, President Donald Trump starting the week in the Canadian Rockies at the G7 summit. He met with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney in the last hour. This is the 51st meeting of the Group of Seven, represented by the U.S., Canada, UK, Australia, Germany, South Africa, Japan, and France. In the last hour, the president answered questions about Iran, trade, and more at this bilateral meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. And CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi also watching that while we were, and while people at home were watching those remarks. What remarks from the president stuck out to you that will make up our dinner time headlines tonight?
Well, Reed, there was a lot of conversation just there in that bilateral sprite between the president and Mark Carney of Canada. Just a few things I want to tick through. First, Trump said there wouldn't be war in Ukraine if Russia was still in the G7. As you know, Russia was kicked out of the G7 during the Obama years, and that was for their escalation in Crimea. And so because of that, they're no longer in the G7. So the president saying that he's no longer at the table, which he believes is a big mistake. Putin no longer at the table. The president was also asked about Iran specifically, and we know there's been a barrage of missiles that has been fired from Iran into Israel and ongoing attacks between the two countries. Take a listen to what he had to say there specifically about that.
Have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about that.
And you mentioned Putin. Do you think that he should have a seat at the G7 today, that it should be the G8?
I'm not saying he should at this point, because too much water's gone over the dam, maybe. But it was a big mistake. Obama didn't want him, and the head of your country, the proud head of your country, didn't want him. This was a big mistake. You wouldn't have that war. You know, you have...
Now, Reed, as you can see, a lot covered there. The president went on to say specifically about Israel that the U.S. will continue to support them, especially as it seems tensions in the region are rising.
Olivia Rinaldi from the White House, thank you so much. News